We both look small today.
I feel small. And now I'm big.
Wow.
Wow.
The magic of filmmaking.
That's moving magic. I'll tell you what. Say hi. Say, you got something to say? Can you give us some
Hello.
some words of wisdom? Give us some good whas. I've started calling her Waluigi
I love that.
because I feel like that fits. Also, hi Mew. Yeah, what's good? Oh, you got two of them? What are their names? This is Salem.
Did I ever tell you about the time that me and my sister were imitating Waluigi at each other and were like screaming it, and she Waluigi'd so hard she gave herself a
Yes,
nosebleed?
I do know this story.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yep. I'm familiar. Oh, do you want pancakes? I made pancakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll never say no to pancakes.
I got you.
What? Oh my god!
Here's your slop, ma'am.
Thank you. That's the best cat name ever. Ever.
Walmart.
The fourth Esquire, that...
Nyx. Oh, and these other. I'm losing it. Nyx, the Black Void, and Artemis Rotisserie Chicken.
I love that.
What
does it feel like to like be the smartest, funniest person alive?
Like, I thought we were that, but
I know, but I also have been thinking about the person who came in and was like, I like to collect bird eggs on my midnight walks.
Oh yeah.
I've been thinking about that nonstop. I want that. I'm mad that they were lying about it, but that's fine.
That's good,
But the
though.
whimsical energy of just coming up with that and then saying it,
And then just feeling like I was
with
lying.
your whole pussy,
Yeah. Was exquisite.
that was the best.
Cat in the wall.
Cat in the wall, eh?
Okay, now
Now
you're talking my language. Wow, I can't believe that's applicable.
Everything.
It's all
is
coming
the best
together.
all the time.
Wow, we're starting off really strong.
Really strong.
Aren't you glad we saved our comedy for once the camera was on?
Yeah.
We were telling a few jokes before we turned on the camera. I was like, we gotta cut that out. We gotta
I don't
hold
think
on.
we've ever had a conversation that hasn't had a few jokes interspersed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No waffle pancake for you. They got chocolate in them. She wanted a pancake. She no have it a pancake. She eat it a pancake. She get in the ground. Cause there's chocolate.
The rhythm was so good, and I was vibing and jamming, and then you hit it with that last bit, and it threw my jam. Maybe later in the stream, like if we take a break. I don't want to.
Yeah, we can't get it all. We gotta.
No. Well, I'm trying not to make. I'm trying not to come onto every stream and be like, "Here's the Star Trek news."
Oh yeah.
But I did like have a very like life-changing formative experience looking at a Star Trek post, and I do want to share it with the class, but I don't want to share it right out of the gate. So
yeah, we gotta, we got a few hours to fill.
Exactly.
We'll make it last.
I love the jazz.
Isn't it nice?
Mm-hmm.
We're trying something different. You like jazz?
You like jazz?
You like jazz? Would you like to take a stab?
I have pancake
Even better.
in my mouth.
I'm gonna make that an emote. That's gonna be beautiful.
Okay.
Take it.
Do you like jazz?
I think the close-up cam was the best idea in the world.
I agree. Can we talk about how I have over 100 Chrome tabs open on my phone right now?
Yeah, I commented on your Twitter. Yeah.
I saw that.
How come you have 100 tabs open and my computer is the one that's
I
eating
know.
the shit?
I mean, my phone is like slow as hell.
Uh-huh.
But it is. It's number one.
Yeah, and your phone doesn't. My whole computer is.
I love her. She's so cute. It's me and the little smiley face of my 100 Chrome tabs against the world. For my friends who know me well, that is so obviously an archive of our own, number.
Seems like it's basically raise a family from 1890 and build a legacy. Oh! Wait, you can go back and you can go to the 1890s in The Sims? Or is this real life? Do I go back?
What? Or is this the real life time travel?
Are we going back to 1890? Are you winning, Dad? Are you winning, child?
Are you winning, fruit of my loins?
Awful. Are you winning, America's Most Wanted?
I love any opportunity to throw a fruit of my loins joke.
That's
in
very
there.
good.
I think that's like the strangest, weirdest sentence in the English language.
I think my favorite loin-centric sentence is light of my heart, fire of my loins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that people just refer to their loins so casually.
So casually. Tell me to lawyer the fuck up. We're also gonna turn the tune.
I was gonna say, maybe pause the jazz.
No, yeah. What if I want jazzy lawyering? Do you think about that? DJ Jazzy Law... DJ
Jazzy Lawyer?
Yeah.
DJ Jazzy Law?
Yeah, we're gonna stick
Yeah.
with that. DJ Jazzy Lawyer. I think it's law time.
I think it's law time.
Look at that. A consistent 60, 55, 60 frames per second. Let's go. Okay. We're law.
Okay.
We're getting a double sound. Let's see. That? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, take it away.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are.
I love it.
After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. Oh, this was me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh god, what voice did I have for her? I don't remember. We're coming up with a voice. It was soft for sure. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes.
Lana!
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
What?
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
Say hi to your sister.
Say hello!
So, how'd it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. What's new? I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. Nice.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? Lana is so hot. I love a gal in uniform.
Oh my god. We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
But Lana! Don't tell me you...
Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belonged to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. It's chilly in here. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today.
Oh, something's gonna go so wrong.
It's always gonna go
It's
wrong.
always gonna go so wrong.
You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall?
Marshall. We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
Goals.
2 boyfriends?
Hey, how come your mom let you have
2
two boyfriends?
Gee, Bill, your mom let you have 2
Yeah,
boyfriends?
that's the one.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
I got it. You don't got it.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Caked up.
I missed it. Go back.
Go back.
That's the problem with the 2 fast frames. I can't see the cake. There's no time for cake. Let them eat cake. I can't. There's no time.
Yeah, there's no time. Unless you're me. I'm always
I'm always
looking out for
watching,
that
yeah.
cake.
Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
God, that was so fast. I'm
A little nauseous.
Prosecution is...
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. You gotta be ready. I wasn't ready. That's my problem.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet, the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. I know, I was like, slain.
But that's not physically possible, is it? Oh, hold on. We got a frame rate going bad. Pause.
Very nice.
We're back.
We're
All
back.
right.
Welcome back.
Unpause. Excuse me, God,
You couldn't have done that before the unpause.
I didn't have to. I didn't have to go.
That's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Sexy, sexy hardware encoding. It's so cash money.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
I didn't realize what I was missing. Wow, this is one messed up trial.
Look at her test tubes.
I love her test tubes.
I love her. And they're glowing green.
They're glowing. There's a blue one.
Yeah. What is
in them?
Girl.
She's got so many. That can't be. That's got to be not only an OSHA violation, but like a WMIS violation.
Oh.
She's got just tubes.
I
just
know
ready,
she doesn't
ready
have
to
the
fall.
safety. The
She
safety
does not
sheet.
have. She does
What
not
is
have the
that? What's that?
MSDS.
Yeah.
She does not have. She does not have her MSDS for those chemicals.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to. clean up.
Girly. Living on the edge. I love that. I know I said this last time, but she is like one mental breakdown away from like becoming Reanimator.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Joan Jr.
I love Joan Jr.
Is that like Joan Jett, but Junior? Joan Jett small? Huh?
I'm like saying someone's name is Wayne Jr. and you're like, oh, like Wayne Gretzky, but Junior?
Yeah.
Just bringing up a whole different bitch,
you know,
with the same name. Oh, is it like this person with the same name?
Tell you what, we're playing a game of word association.
Fair enough.
That's all we're doing here. I hear Joan. I hate to say Jet. Joan Jet is mini.
Mini. Compressed.
Joan Jet dot zip.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, good shit.
Thank you.
Joan JPEG. Very good.
JPEG. Were you about to say that?
No,
Oh.
I love it. There's a lot of... No, never mind.
Okay.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence.
Oh yeah. And I yeah.
Today I will present evidence relating to the murder of the police department. Also, that was in character.
Yeah. Edgeworth is like, ha 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 ha. Smoking that Miss Sky pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In doing so, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. Okay.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. He's bullshitting.
He's bullshitting.
He's flying by the seat of his pants.
As we all are.
Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
There you have it.
There you have it, folks.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait?
That's what Phoenix does
That's
every
exactly
damn
what we
day.
do.
Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department?
He's better at sounding like he's not That's true. He doesn't make it as obvious. Being a WAPO reporter is a red flag. That's absolutely true. WAPO being owned by... WAPO's owned by Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah, Bezos owns that shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its worst fitness.
No one has worse fitness in this courtroom. Everyone's toned to death.
Mm-hmm.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
You got it.
Suspect? You mean the person who fucking did it? Okay.
You mean the person that we think did it?
Things are getting wild from the get-go.
I love Phoenix. Him. Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Meakin, sir.
Oh.
My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir.
Oh my god!
You get paid? You paid to kill? The judge is, yes, Nem. Yes. Do you doubt? That judge is ripped under that robe.
I know.
And I know this.
I know this. I know this firsthand. Self-aware cop.
Absolutely.
True.
Finally.
And that would be murderer, sir. That's, you know what? That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
You should just click? Yeah, okay. No, I love it. Adds to the amount of like everything happening all at once. I think it's great, Mew. I just want. Oh yeah. I know this.
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
I love
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir.
Actually, what we'd like to...
Sir, I'm not what you call a young generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
Edgeworth, save me. Help.
What the fuck is going on in here this day? Officer Meekins.
Yes, sir. NYPD moment. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Why do you think I come on this stream every single time and I'm like, here's the Star Trek
I was gonna
news.
say, it's either you or it's me. So,
Here's what's happening.
you know.
Here's what's happening in my crazy Star Trek life.
At least if it's you, we can keep doing the game.
But yeah, yo, pause the game.
I got Star Trek to talk
Star
about.
Trek to talk about. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order.
Yes, sir. As you wish. Stumbling over. I wasn't about to go back and correct because it felt too right. You may bully Edgeworth,
Out
but
of love.
the people in this chat may grind your shoes down to a dust.
Your shoes?
I could. Well, what?
No, I just thought it was funny.
Edgeworth is also and he should. Only if it's lovingly, yeah.
Yeah.
After all, I'm a part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. Okay.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Emma, you're part of that generation.
Yeah.
Why my shoes?
Something's gotta give. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life and then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
I think Meekins is probably my dream man.
Just
Unaware.
Unaware.
He is the human equivalent of Out of Touch Thursday.
Yeah.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Now that's an interesting opinion. That's an interesting
We
take.
do love discussing
We
this
do love-
on this channel of like what Ace Attorney character is a top and
Yeah.
which one is a bottom.
You know, because it is always the people who are like least outwardly in the day-to-day life that are the most, you know?
I know, I'm like, you bring up a very interesting point in that he does have like zero shame.
Yeah.
Or like he is so willing to like admit he is bold and brash and he does not belong in the trash. Anyway, SpongeBob reference
I can't
from
believe you
Meagan.
did that. That's fucked up. You can't just do that.
I know.
You don't have the credentials.
Um,
He belongs in my trash. There you go.
I couldn't handle Jake Marshall. Jake Marshall is too much man for me.
He's too full of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like he's definitely like the one that got away. Where I like pine for him.
Yeah.
And he like
From
doesn't
afar.
see me as anything other than like, I don't know, a tumbleweed or some shit.
Good in character. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
You're just another tumbleweed passing by my
Literally,
life.
that is what
Yeah.
I would be like, I'm in love with you, and he'd be like, I'm sorry, Bambina, you're just another tumbleweed, rolling down the dirt road of my life.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'd be like, oh my god, god, he's so eloquent. Oh my god.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, everyone in this game is
There's not a single straight person in
homosexual.
this gay.
in this game.
Little Freudian slip there for everyone. No, Jake Marshall is.
Do unto others before they do unto you.
Yeah. Jake Marshall is not my dream man. I mean, he is, but it could never be.
It could never be.
Meekins is like, he would be like, oh my god, Megan, like, wow, you're like so basic. And I'd be like, really? What? That's crazy. and then he would just like
He
let me
put it all on the table.
and he would let me boss him around,
Oh,
and then until we got into the bedroom, and
And then
then
be like,
he would
yeah.
be like,
All right.
"Playtime's over,
Yeah.
bitch." I'm into that.
Meekins would.
Meekins
cook.
would cook, absolutely. I feel like he wouldn't be good at it, but he would try his best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd come out a little burned most times.
Yeah.
That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
His effort, exactly. It would be the fact that he tried.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I need here is more info to work with. Yeah.
Ain't that always just the way?
That's what we're here to grill for. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard. Were you?
Are you sure
That's
about
my
that?
press. I'll do it. Were you? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. I feel like he's good at that, though. I feel like
I
he's
feel
got a
like he's-
discerning eye.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
feel like he's a really good judge of character.
Yeah.
Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. Not ordinarily performed.
No, no. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Oh.
We hate the Blue Badger in this house.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see.
He's so brooding. I love the judge. Look at that smoldering.
Oh my god.
He's so expressive.
He really is.
Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Spill about Joni's audacity. Go off.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
Did you? In order to enter the evidence room, you needed an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, I'm gonna check something. I feel like this isn't. It's not. Ah. Now when we talk, it goes quieter. That's what I want.
Yay!
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Was he at 420?
Please tell
Please
me
let me. He was at 420.
Please.
There it is. I found it. It's the one right here.
Would you please read us the number?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Oh, it's 49895695996. That's my number, sir.
was that the? Did you read that?
No, I didn't read it right.
Okay.
I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice. Mike? Did we know his first name was Mike?
I feel like we didn't know.
I feel like we didn't know that.
I feel like we did know that, but we didn't stop to think about it. Michael Meekins.
Meekins.
Mikey Meekins. That's really cute. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more in love with him again. Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. Okay, so all we're missing is the jackpot winner. All sevens.
I know that's Jake Marshall.
Well, don't we have that? Oops,
think
not what
we
I
do.
wanted.
We have
Okay.
Edgeworth, we have Bruce Goodman, and we have Meekins.
You're right. Was Ollie doing what I was were you? So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife.
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
Phoenix!
Okay.
You take that back right now!
Ruthless. That's when I reacted, sir. After her and Rick got married nearly a year later, they're having a kid, and she's absolutely audacity. I think I'm ready to be a mother this time. I'll be wiser.
Oh!
Jail.
Jail.
I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Fought for my life. I did it. Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah?
What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
We fucked.
We fucked. Right there, in the evidence room. I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife. I spun her around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See. He must have been desperate.
Meekins is a top.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This has become confirmed. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of blood. And then the next thing I knew,
Yes?
he punched me right in the face, sir. After that, I passed out. Okay, so you got knocked out. You got KO'd. But what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
Oh, she says you're barely 18-year-old. Ooh! Yucky.
Isn't Mike the gay one? Yuck.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now.
Savage.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meakin.
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant discovered it, delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief?
Delivered it?
What is that? A videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
We're coming at. That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Now, see, that's a bottom thing to say.
But then it's not true. Like, it is a bottom thing to say, but then he, like, whipped out all of his kung fu moves.
True.
Like, that's what he thinks in his
power bottom?
day-to-day life. And then he, like, gets into the bedroom and the spirit overtakes him.
Yeah.
You know how that happens sometimes? Where you get into the bedroom and
You're
the
like,
spirit
all right,
overtakes
yeah,
you?
the spirit of
The spirit.
The spirit.
The Holy Ghost.
The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. God is not in this room. He's being a coy. He is, and I know he's not really that coy. Hold it. Have y'all done laundry yet? I take laundry seriously. Like, today? No.
I have
Yeah.
a shameful thing to admit about laundry.
Okay.
I probably haven't done laundry in like 2.5 months. I'm on like bare bones. I have like one pair of socks left.
Are you not out of underwear?
I'm in my childhood bedroom. I'm working on like, I'm
Oh,
working
you're
on,
going
like,
through like the old shit.
old
Okay.
underwear.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like scraping the bottom of the drawer right now. It's really bad.
I mean, that's pretty good though. 2.5 months. You're saving on detergent. There's that. The water bill.
Okay, I live in my mother's house. I know.
Service.
Like, I have worn this exact outfit on stream before, and I guarantee you, not been washed.
Do you smell okay?
I don't know, do I?
I don't smell you from here, so it can't.
I
be
mean, I
that
put on
bad.
deodorant.
Then you're good.
Yeah.
I feel like clothes smell doesn't like waft around too much. It's more the BO smell that
Yeah.
that wafts through a
Yeah,
room.
and this is like the weirdest tangent, but do you know how sometimes you're like insecure about something and you're like, huh? And then you go home and one of your parents will say something and be like, oh my god, that's where that insecurity came from. No way. I always get insecure if I haven't showered in a while that my hair smells.
Oh.
And I'm like, that is so weird. Where did that come from? Why am I so obsessed with that? And then I was like on day 3 without having taken a shower and I was getting dinner and my mom was like, ugh, you need to take a shower. And I was like,
yep.
how did you know? What the hell? Anyway, I smell fine to you lovely folks, and that's all that matters.
Yes. I do my laundry once every 2 weeks or so. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Kill him.
Yep.
Kill him, Phoenix.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
I love him.
A video of a real murder.
Snuff tape.
Just, I was just thinking, what is this, like a fucking live leak?
Dark web.
Just what are we getting ourselves into? I think Gant and the Judge ever. Oh yeah, we talked about this last time.
We definitely did talk about this last time. I think. Did we decide yes?
I think we decided yes.
Yeah.
Wait, did white people show up on the? I don't know. I didn't look. Have you...
Let's go there now.
Yes. DL.
I know that Blue Badger's the murder victim.
Yeah.
Or the
The
murderer.
Murderer. We decided hard yes. Oh, they got the 3D CGI going. Look at these
I
guys.
was just gonna say, I
Yeah.
bet you this was like top shit on the 3DS.
Oh yeah. Look at that cell animation.
I'm so glad we have the good frame rates for this bit.
I know.
Oh, him!
He's creeping.
He's creeping!
Yo, this is not.
Grumble the goo!
Five Nights at Fredbear's?
But Vanessa, I'm a material girl.
That's all I know about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah, you know more than I do, I think.
Oh yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
watch all the game theory videos
Yeah.
about it.
David 30 Fun Karma is American. That makes sense. Which means he probably called Nick a boomer. Yeah, it'd be bad. Get ready to see the same scene everywhere. Let's go.
Gronflegu.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
Okay.
Saddled
Why'd you have to put it that way?
I'm saddled
Unnecessary.
with unnecessary feelings.
Oh, the fucking.
hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
I love this for him.
You gotta lean into this.
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Meekins just...
Sir?
Judge knows. He's fucked a man before.
Yeah.
You talk about your feelings. I'm setting you up with my therapist. Yes. Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going...
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity did...
They fucked.
Activities.
Your Honor. Instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage...
I'm having a hard time narrowing in on the judge voice today for some reason.
Your calibration?
I don't have a calibration for the judge.
It's order.
Order.
I think maybe I need water too.
Oh,
Knife play in
Order. Yes, well, that's very good.
Nice. The witness's testimony will suffice.
Knife play.
No, hold on.
No. Not play in the evidence room.
Knife. Order. Knife play in the evidence room. Very good.
Very good. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Is that good for you?
Is that good for you?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. What were we doing? Oh, new testimony.
Mystery man.
Ooh.
Mystery man.
Show me.
Show me the mystery man.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. Maybe they had his finger.
Could be.
Could be. That's basically someone looking at a Taco Bell menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
He's about to shit.
Yeah.
How much do I want to shit later?
I haven't eaten Taco Bell in so long
I
for
would-
every reason.
Crush a Crunchwrap Supreme.
I'm a Chipotle main.
I love that you said main. I love that that's like taking
That's who you
root.
turned me into.
I love that you're talking like a real gamer girl now. See,
I used to be. I really used to be. And then I got so brutally, violently betrayed by Taco Bell one time, and I haven't been able to go back.
What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock.
See, I've only had Chipotle once.
What?
I mean, there weren't any where I lived before.
I'm so sorry.
Also, there's a sentient cigarette named Mr. Butts. I do like that. That one still makes me smile. I crush a Crunchwrap Supreme though.
I get it.
Yeah.
This is just my my personal life journey. This is the road that it's taken me.
The one time I had Chipotle though, it was like, it's good. It's a burrito. Like I'd eat it again, but it's, you know, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like.
It's fast food burrito. It's fast food Mexican food.
Fast food Mexican food. It's just it's heavy. Like I have to like fast before I go to Chipotle.
Wait, it's Ramadan right now? I think it is.
I think yeah.
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 Nice.
Happy Ramadan.
Happy Ramadan if we
celebrate.
have any brothers here. Any to my Muslim brothers and sisters and MBs. You took that line, yeah? Yeah.
These locks ensure that each locker can only be these
From the top.
These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. that's where I have to start.
So true, Dusty. He is looking at a Taco Bell menu. That's true.
Oh yeah. The thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I see it now. Yeah. They're like, He's got this glim. He's got this little sparkle in his eye.
Yeah, no,
Ooh.
he's like, oh wow, I
Wow,
can't wait.
all these
what am I gonna
options.
get? Yeah, it's very good. I love his little like cat face, the like :3.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I can't do it. I wish I could do that face in real life.
That's not it. I can't. No. His face. Oh, press. Mike Meekins. That's very good.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's very good. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife. Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter? The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not?
More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you threw hands. Oh yes, sir. But I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see?
Oh my.
Avoiding eye contact. You get-
Ken.
There are only two genders, seen and unseen.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
And I am unseen. Officer Meekins is really compelling me today.
He's making his way into my heart.
Yeah.
Anyone he comes anyone he sees is
Take
just
them titties out because I'm
someone's
trying to
trying to
see
see
them. Ham to the PM, double D 'em, and I need 'em. I'm sorry, I'm only looking at your titties right now.
Oh, we're just going through TikTok sounds now?
Those are the only
Nice.
two I can remember.
Yeah, he's regardless of gender, of who you are,
Yeah.
if you have, female presenting nipples or not, he's looking.
He's checking.
Mike power move. Mike, I'm coming on to you, Meekins. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. 'Cause actually Still.
He is not 6'4". Do I like him or is he tall?
Is-
Oh, and he's 22!
22.
He could be the one.
Wasn't that was T Swizzle had a song about 22 or is that 21? 22?
No. 22.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, female presenting. Outed as a Tumblr user. Female presenting nipples.
How could we forget? She's 30? Oh, MILF.
MILF.
I almost mixed up MILF and MILF somehow. I mean, I feel like it, I don't know, I feel like it's a good way to describe it.
It is. That was like the funniest thing when
Yeah,
I said that.
yeah,
That was unironically like one of
So
top 10
good.
funniest things that's
So
ever
good.
happened to me.
I love that stupid
Banning
website.
female person. What the?
Who says
to it?
Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. There's no question. I'm questioning.
I'd like to question you.
Okay, 6'2". Okay, still 6'2".
Still.
That's.
That's tall, baby.
I'm 6'2". Yeah, I'm 6'2".
Are you really?
Yeah. 189 centimeters.
Wow.
Yeah. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it.
Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can clarify it.
There, now we're getting there. 6 inch. Oh. Gant is 6'1".
I love that Meekins taller than
Yeah.
Gant. That feels
Look
right.
down on Gant.
How tall is the judge, do we think?
5'8".
Yeah, I was gonna say 5'7". Nah.
Wow.
Wow.
I am. Gant is my bitch.
8 feet tall.
Towering, buff, bald man.
Oh
Ugh.
my god, I love that.
Oh, why is everyone looking at me?
In a live-action Ace Attorney, I'd like to cast Patrick Stewart as the judge.
Oh, that'd be good. That's a good cast call, I think.
Thank you.
If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Shut up. Meekins!
5'7". Nailed it. How about it?
I that's my secret talent. Actually, I get the
Guessing height
vibes.
of 2D men?
Yeah. I intake the vibes and I guess their height.
Good shit, good shit.
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
This is actually the final boss. When I play the Shadow of Colossus, I will be very disappointed when I don't see the judge. And that's a promise, Truman. Good luck with the judge, huh? Maybe? You have to climb up shiny little head. I love that idea. Patrick Stewart as judge would be pretty cool. Yes, sir.
You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you were positive it was him.
Yes, pray tell. He opened the... Oh, yeah. I forgot he said that. Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
About these lockers. Is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. Why?
Why?
They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he tried.
If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person who the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir. And this too. Locker you opened is unofficially his. How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know that
that's
information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. He's got little birthdays in the cafeteria.
I was gonna say, like, the cafeteria people know.
Yeah, oh, they get the tea.
They get the tea.
Yeah. Enjoy the judge having somewhat of a brain. I love the judge when he has a brilliant moment. Although I kind of love his stupid moments.
I love his stupid moments.
I love when he goes 3 head.
I could fix that. I could fix that.
I can fix him.
I can fix him.
They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
For the record.
Moving right by that. We're gonna breeze right past that.
The opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint.
Oh, it must be him. Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is... Unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? It doesn't show us, like, anything. There's a problem, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
there's
usually
gotta
the
be.
way.
Yeah, this is normally how this works.
I will be safe. Yeah, thanks so much for popping in, Mew. You have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it happens to be. And we'll see you soon, I hope. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. No shit.
I would have to anyway. What's the problem?
I propose that Mr. Wright do his job.
He would want me to point it out. He would want me to point it out.
Would want me to point it out.
Here's some-
Would.
Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence.
This is all we do is make it up. But it works.
I will now play the security tape.
Okay, yeah, we get
What
to
are
see it
we...
again.
Okay.
Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of.
Are we gonna have like a whole rewind and stuff? I have to point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that. Oh, we're doing a little self-insert thing where it's like, yeah.
You can do it, Mr. Wright.
Just rewind the video by pressing the back button.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
How do you know? This is your first time in this courtroom. What the
Make
fuck?
sure you get it right.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a self-insert one time. I would...
I have no comment on self-inserts at this time.
It's the first time we've ever been on... Mr. Wright, this is the first time we've been in 3D. Wow. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
Oh, Meekins.
How did this guy ever become a police officer?
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman?
Okay, so it is 5:15. That is what I was gonna ask.
Okay. He walks in. Opens locker, glove falls out. Which was the glove we found.
Yeah.
Meekins comes a creepin'. Swiggity
I love
Swooty coming
him.
for that booty. Mission failed.
Wait.
Huh?
Can you rewind it a little bit?
Yeah. Am I reminding? I have to hold it. Okay.
I hate the flag placement.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Stupid. And then he's just there.
And he's just there. Where did he go?
Okay, because the murder... Hold on. The murder was at the same time. At the 15. Right?
Yeah.
Um...
Can you check
Oh, yeah. There was a whole, like,
There's a whole jar.
thing. Head print left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped. The Blue Badger will not allow... The Blue Badger said, not today.
Censored.
A jar piece of fragments. That was at where the broken was. That was broken where the people were fighting.
That was at where the broken was.
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know what it means.
Are you gonna tell me I'm wrong?
Meekins.
We're really in it now, bud. Yeah, where's the broken jar? You can't see the floor or nothing.
No.
They're kissing.
They're kissing. Oh my god. Love wins.
What's our contradiction? So he goes from...
Does he have a glove on? I don't know. It's in black and white.
Yeah,
I was gonna
very
say,
hard
if
to-
he has a glove on, how could he open it with his fingerprint? But I don't know.
Well, let's go back to when he's a walk-in.
Yeah.
So we get a closer... I mean, either way, like, you can take a glove off.
Can we go to the court record? I want to see the picture of his body.
Hello? Okay, there we go. Court record?
Yeah.
We don't have a...
We definitely do.
This one.
No. It's a picture. Go. Floor plans. That picture.
Oh.
No. Oh, but that's good to know.
Yeah. Blood up there.
And this is where lots of blood was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the glove that fell
That's
out.
the glove that fell out. Where's the jar? White.
Oh, we got a picture because it had the thing in the tailpipe. You remember that
Oh, yes. I don't know if that was a picture we, like, had.
bit? Or if it was just shown
If it was just shown to us. I think it was just shown to us. It's just not working sometimes. So we're just gonna plug in. Using the controller wireless is not working out as well as I wanted it to. There we go. Court record. Okay. Yeah, what have we got here?
The jar, the
a
handprint.
piece is missing. This glove is the one that seems to fall
out.
Where's my play? Like, I wonder if... Oh, shit. Not what I wanted to do. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be... No. I need to use... Well, I don't get it. Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine? Don't look at me with those bleary eyes.
Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think this through again.
Now, what do I do? Okay.
Play the video again.
Okay. Well, yeah, we didn't get health taken off, so...
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Can we point your finger someone... Oh,
Oh?
Jesus.
Well, stop pointing your finger
Stop
then.
pointing your finger!
Judge has to move his...
Says the one...
We're so good.
We're so good. Apollo is here with us.
I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of.
Have to point out a problem in the video? What else? Yes, we know. Okay. Y is present. Do not press Y. Walks by. Opens. I think this shows us him opening it. I think you might be right about the glove point, actually. Let's go back. Because it doesn't... I mean... pause. I don't think that's a hand.
I was also gonna say I don't think that's a hand.
Is he holding something? I'm so glad they didn't take health off. Yeah, that doesn't look like a hand. He's also holding something? Oh no, that's just his button.
It like doesn't move. But it's hard to know whether it's just janky animation.
Yeah, exactly. If that's just the budget restrictions. But yeah, he goes right in and opens it. Glove falls.
Let's see, maybe when he brandishes the knife. Meekins.
True. Which knife is this? This is not...
This is not Edgeworth's knife.
Okay.
It's in that same hand. That's not... I don't know. What knife is that? That does look like... No. Is it? Wait. Is that Edgeworth's knife? It can't might be the other knife, because the other knife is
broke.
Is broke.
It's broken.
Yeah.
A little. It could be.
It could be.
It looks like the same knife. You want to take a stab at the knife?
Nice.
Thanks. The thing that's strange now.
Yeah, I don't think it's the hands.
No. I think it's just the art style. I'd still hold them. That's true.
Me too.
What do we think? Is there anything?
I have no idea.
Want to give it one more go?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know what contempt is, but I would like to be held.
What was that? Was that a hiccup?
Yeah.
Ah.
Walks in. Opens the door.
Meekins walks in.
Yes.
No, sorry, never mind.
Open.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
can you go to the court record and see what time everybody entered? Can we check the guest list?
Yeah, call it the right thing.
No, okay,
14,
never
14,
mind.
yeah. Yeah. 514. The thing
No one
is,
exits.
no one dies either. The dude leaves, right?
We just can't see him anymore.
Yeah.
It's
true.
because we don't see him leave, but we also don't see him on the ground.
Yeah.
Fucking hate this badger dog.
You like quick draws.
Yeah.
Wait, did someone else come in afterwards on the timesheet? No, these
No.
are the last two. And then he gets cut up. I think it might just be janky animation on the hands.
Yeah,
'cause
I think
even
so,
Meekins
too.
are fucked up. After smacked him awake. Yeah, after.
Yeah, that might not be. That just might not be on the timesheet.
Mm-hmm. Get at him. It's tossed up against the thing. I think that was when he was already in the detention center. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Okay, there's the. Wait, go back. Back further. Back further. Okay, so that he did get blood all over his coat.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Slice.
Meekins is lucky to be alive.
Yeah,
On
straight
God.
up. And then he's just dead. Well, down. That was that open when we got there?
I think it was.
I think it was.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to get the evidence.
True. Well, there was blood on that.
Yeah,
locker,
I was
wasn't
thinking
there?
about that too.
There's the head covering it up.
Yeah. And then on that very last one.
There was blood on the last. There was blood
Yeah.
on the last one too.
the locker was open before he got there.
Is that what the light means?
Yeah. That's absolutely it. The locker was open before he got there.
Okay. Indicator when it's good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Look at you. Alright. That. How about it?
How about it?
I think that's strange. Has got okay. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints. If it's a match, he's got a little girlfriend there.
Aww.
The light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Absolutely five-headed.
I have my moment.
Yeah. Club banger. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Here, notice the light? Consider the light. What's this? It's already lit. Same. Hold on, I don't like what my hair is doing.
Fair enough.
I made that joke already. Never mind.
Which joke?
Already lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That better? A little bit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Yeah.
Ooh, 3 quick bangs.
Order, order! What's the meaning of this?
It's very simple. It's quite simple, Your Honor.
Apartment complex? I actually find it quite simple.
The locker wasn't opened on the day of the crime.
The locker locks are controlled by an electronic system.
I'm glad you thought that was a hot noise. It's what we go for here on the broadcast. Yeah, it's a song that drives me. Yeah, it's a bad song.
It's a bad song. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know. The only song that, including the bird tweets.
That's not a song.
Oh, it's a bird song.
No.
Get shit on.
No.
You're wrecked.
No.
You just won't admit it. I'm not owned. I'm not owned. See what you sound like right now.
The fuck?
Sorry, you thought this was a safe place?
Of course, I'm not.
Remember this.
I'm not an expert in this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. It's not likely you would be, idiot.
I didn't think you would be, honestly. Oh, no one thought you were.
Never agrees, it's not a song.
Whatever.
How about whatever to you?
Wow, you sure owned me in the marketplace of ideas, didn't you?
How about instead of you saying whatever to me, I actually turn it around
Yeah,
and
whatever,
I
my whatever.
rotate in my mind,
Yeah.
and I say whatever to you.
Well, while you rotate that, I'll be rotating a horse. So,
Yeah,
whatever. You guys only make me confused with a bird that sounds exactly like that here.
Oh, annoying. It's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut.
A fucking men. That's right. Judge said, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, maybe shut up.
I love that.
It's like thinking it's real birds. Well, it's also real birds. They yell. I thought it was Truman. That was Eggman. was like, that feels like a Truman thing to say. That feels like a Trumanism.
You've charmed me.
Real birds do sound like that.
Enough of the bird chat.
So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Who, me?
Little
Me?
Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked?
Me?
Your Honor? Yeah, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field, and you said novices should keep their mouth shut.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system sensor?
Openers. I think they're called openers. Something jam the sensors?
A glove.
Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too.
You said that out loud, I guess.
Yeah. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked.
Okay.
It's gotta be the glove.
Yep.
The glove is
The glove.
the glove.
You know what they say? No glove, no love. Fast forward. Break it down. Here?
No,
Okay.
it falls down
The
the
one's
locker.
falling. Oh, I see. It was jammed open. Okay.
One day I'll do a fully interpretive piece to this song.
I would like to see it. Present. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
Your Honor,
Just
check this shit out.
Your Honor, I got part 2 locked and loaded. You ready for the sequel?
They're called lockers, not fucking openers. I think about that sometimes, something adjacent to that, when I'm parking.
Mhm.
It's like, it's a parking lot, not a walking lot.
Owned.
What's this? Something white? What? Something white fell out of the locker.
I had to hit that H. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my... We can't be sure. That item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
Just said.
I want to know.
No, I want to know. Don't, Phoenix. Why?
Let him speak.
Let him speak.
Let Meekin speak. Meekin speaking. Shut up.
Meekin speaking.
That's like a shitty Jar Jar Binks. Meekin's a speaking.
And it's ruined.
Oh, fuck you.
And it's ruined now.
Gee, look, just because you don't appreciate their artistic
Jar Jar
vision
Binks. Misa, your humble
of
servant.
Jar Jar Binks isn't my problem. I have a... Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find something real quick. There's this thing I think about all the time.
I'm scared.
Hold on. Don't read it yet. We're gonna show it.
No! No!
I think about this all the goddamn time. And I never know who I can reference it to. So now you guys are who I can reference it to. My breasts. Me got a squeeze them. So good.
Speak for yourself.
So good. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, betwixt the sensors and the door?
Yeah. I liked betwixt.
Thank you.
In...
Judge, what the fuck?
Okay, that took me out of my hood. That was pretty good.
Inserted? Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Now you're talking
In
my
the
language. This white thing wasn't inside the locker.
It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
What? Can you
Just be
stop
like,
cutting
okay,
off?
cool. He deserves at
Recognize
least
him.
acknowledgement.
Yeah. Judge going to horny rehab. We don't believe in horny jail here.
Yeah, I agreed.
That's a good door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
He's really.
I have a scientific mind.
Watch Emma be like, I'm supposed to fucking say that. That's
No,
my
Emma's
line.
gonna be like,
Oh, he's so smart.
He
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
what
yeah.
an insulator is.
Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the door locker?
In the locker door. What's the glove?
Was the
Extremely
glove.
thin rubber.
Yeah, bitch.
Present. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker.
It is a tag that says SL-9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I couldn't have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Order, order, order. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman.
I hate this. He's always like, no, we just showed that it's possible it's not
Yeah.
Bruce Goodman. It is, though.
It is, though. You can see his iconic fit.
Yeah.
The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Give him a look.
Yeah. Is this a joke?
Very well, begin your testimony.
Mystery Man 2. Close. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card.
This thing again.
I have it. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
Cards can be stolen.
Yes. Stolen. That was, over the garden wall is what that was. My instruments, they've been stolen.
I want to steal.
An ID card record. I see.
I have the guest list right here, Your Honor.
So do I. I also have the guest list.
Yeah, me too. The ID card used at 5:15 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime. Hmm? Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due to Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. So why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases, including... Okay. Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Oh, this is the police
This
crime.
is the violent police
crime unit.
room. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
Because his hair's always on end.
Aha! Nice.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right. I see. Now let's just move on to the cross-examination.
Mr. Amand.
Grand Fleggy!
Oh, yeah? So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you?
Do you?
Do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir.
No.
If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir.
Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
Okay. Oh, yeah? Is that card hanging from your neck, one of those ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck out in my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
I love him. At any rate.
Wait, so 3 out of 3 times he gets out of his car, he's getting choked.
To each their own.
Yeah.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to.
Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman.
Never not stuck in his car. What? Straight up.
I love him.
What's the matter? Huh?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is, Your Honor. What a dramatic kick.
That was theatric as fuck.
Not that prosecutor again. Hey,
Hey,
maybe he's... I'm sorry.
Being a prosecutor, you can find the evidence.
Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer?
Shh, don't stare at him. You've got the wrong color, kid.
It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions, or their consequences. God, I wish that were me. God, I wish that were me. But for now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
At the time of the crime, maybe he did use his card, did he? Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. But maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
You're right. What do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony so far is far too obvious. Is it? It's not like Edward's missed something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show him what we've got.
Okay.
I hate this shit. It's too obvious.
It's too obvious. Well, if it was obvious, I'd know. At the time of the crime, I'm going to use this card.
Where did he find the ID card?
In the garage.
Yeah.
executive decision.
Love it. No,
Wait,
you were right.
Yeah. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir.
That's top energy.
That's top. Selfish top.
Yeah.
That's a selfish top. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense.
No, the other crime scene.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office.
Fuck.
Bag.
Bag.
Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. He lost it. Right. Right.
Lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order, order. So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought, you stupid idiot.
You fucking stupid bitch.
The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order, order, order.
So I'm just like tired of the orders, so I'm like, I don't want to do them.
I love that.
Does the prosecution have a response?
No. I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Hmm?
Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Stop. But bravo? Stop.
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked.
Yeah.
Second, the victim lost his ID card.
Yes. True.
Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to? A compliment from Edgeworth?
No way. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also a fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed to be content pointing your finger around.
This isn't gonna end well.
Well. Seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr.
I'm not skipping, what the fuck?
The defense is...
Hello? Okay, we're unplugging.
The victim in this video is fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So...
The real crime could...
Real climb.
The real...
It's the climb! I can't believe that.
So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for us. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Ah.
Ah!
I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
That's embarrassing.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered.
Well, there was still a murder there.
Who exactly was the victim of the Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, This trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana...
Ugh. Mind Palace.
My...
Have to object.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. Playing it cool, huh?
What are you talking about?
He should bow more. I kind of love it.
I love the
Yeah.
bows.
The cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Riveting stuff.
It's not playing the song.
At
like,
least,
I'll
yeah,
take
I'll
it.
take it.
I fucking hate that clown dog.
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Yeah, it happened at the same time with Goodman. Like, it's
We already
obviously-
proved that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
we still
say,
have
the
a whole
murder
lot of other
definitely
things.
took place in
Yeah.
this.
The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor?
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This might just be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Hi, Jakey. Mr. Wright, do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name?
They. Jake Marshall.
Thinks he's a cowboy. Yeah, bitch.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him? Jealous much?
Yeah. I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed.
I feel like we just asked him before, like, what, we're jumping straight to subpoenas?
Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess.
Yay, recess.
Yay!
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. I mean, he just does fancy... isn't it a little more, I guess? Yeah.
I don't know anything. Lana! You're the only one who knows everything!
Emma.
You've always known everything! Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Pal, hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later.
No, no.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
Got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all the way while on duty.
There's more in that you can be penalized. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just it adds the penalty.
And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective. Let's just be for saying, hey, you gotta come to court. Okay. I thought it was more, like, aggressive than that.
You better be, pal. Hey, 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 hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
Oh yeah, I bet they're friends.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Oh.
I love him.
You mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL-9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL-9 incident?
But Lana, that's...
I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, the Chief Prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness?
The Joe Dark
Ooh.
killings?
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders.
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma! But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana. This SL-9 incident, is that?
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
The Joe Dark? No. No, Lana! That's over with! No!
Emma, wait! She ran away.
You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gans, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. To be continued.
That was a short one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can only guess what that video sound is.
Yes.
No.
No. Trial ladder.
February 24th.
Do you want to finish?
12-14 p.m. District Car. Courtroom number 9.
Nice.
You made it?
We have community memes. Let's go. I should make a memes channel.
You should.
I think I have one, didn't I? I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Ms. Lana Sky.
Emma didn't come back.
Eva!
Arnar.
Arnar! Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
I love that commitment.
I also love that commitment. Edgeworth, it's not gonna happen. Why did you even bother asking?
You know how this goes.
You know how this goes. You got lucky with Officer Meekins.
Yeah, it's not happening because he's a
yeah. He's a professional simp, but this is not gonna
happen.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
He's gotta like wince every time he says it, right? Can you please state your name and occupation? Please.
Ain't gonna happen.
No.
I love him. I love him. He's so obnoxious. Me, partner. I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Okay, occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
30.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman.
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. I love him. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
What?
Mew is back. Hello, let's go. Gang's all here.
Gang's all here. Did he?
I thought he was talking about himself. Yeah.
Phoenix. Out yourself like that. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place.
Texas Jake is lying. Well, yeah, he saw a program about Texas, wasn't it? Wasn't that canon?
I think so.
He saw a program about Texas, and now he's like, I am making this my whole personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Is this correct?
I'm gonna choose to think that you're lying, Mew, and I'm gonna pretend like this is what Texans do wear.
I love that. According to the papers, partner.
What do you mean?
Desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
Mew's lying.
I am not! Yes, chat on chat violence.
Yes! It's like that picture with like the two people fighting and the one dude that's like smoking something.
It's totally
We're just here playing our game, like, yeah. I've been to Dallas Airport and it was full of people who looked exactly like him.
You know what? It has been, it is canon that Scary Truman does just lie for fun.
Yes.
But I am gonna choose to believe that they're telling the truth.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Yeah, this is, I want to believe.
I want to,
Yeah.
Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime.
Big no can do, correct?
In plain old English.
Old English.
I was gonna say he's gonna start doing Beowulf. He's gonna start citing Beowulf. Really trying to Is it working? He makes money. They make money off.
That, everything that Truman says,
it's entrancing.
compels
Yeah.
me so much. I lie for a living, not.
I forget.
Tasty.
Have we asked your pronouns yet? I don't remember.
Mew?
Oh, Truman.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah.
We definitely did though.
I feel like we did. My brain don't work.
My
Though.
brain don't work.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I do remember. Yeah. Okay. It's coming back. It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were nights when the wind was so cold.
You might have, but maybe let me go to the browser thing. Oh, I don't see it there. Oh, maybe I don't have it installed on this one. In a moment. For a favor. Oh yeah, it's there. I'm
There
just
were days when the sun was so cruel.
Yeah. It's there.
Neither of us have.
What? Have you all gone to the bathroom? I haven't yet. I do usually. I have about one a day.
I have a bladder of steel.
You should.
I very rarely go to the bathroom when we stream.
Yeah, you do. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, bathroom.
Oh my god.
I'm shitting right now.
You didn't blow up his mind.
You made him. You blew up his bowels.
Pee.
You blew up his bladder.
I love that.
You better not. Remember, more than 3 shakes, and you're playing with yourself. So, Jesus is watching.
That's not. Oh. I love that. That is the correct place to watch our stream.
Oh, lordy. I love this. Bathwater, no more.
Oh no!
You're in shit tea.
No! 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 Oh. Everything sucks and it's awful now.
Oh no! Bring Artemis
Look what
back.
you did.
Look what Mew did. Mew made him shit, not me. Ramen time. We can't. Moving on.
Okay, wait. Get back into it.
Bone Orchard.
Jedediah, Cracker Jack.
Recalibrate. Yeah.
Yeah. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard.
I haven't, but I kind of would like to.
That compels me
See,
a lot.
I've haven't rented in a place that had a proper bathtub in a while, so I've only got showers. Ramen bath ramen. Are you like? Hold on. Are you like? Did you cook the ramen like in the bath water and you're just like straight out the? Or is it like in a bowl that's sitting like floating in the bath?
If you say you put
Stop
the
being a
noodles,
coward.
if you say
Unhook yourself.
No, if you say you put the noodles in with your naked, disgusting, unwashed flesh.
Well, now
I'm
we
gonna
don't
kill
know. We don't
myself.
know what his body is like.
If you get anyone who gets into the bath after showering, that's like psychopathic behavior.
That's Japanese behavior.
That's psychopathic North American behavior.
Okay. What you can do is cut up a cardboard box and make bath walls in your shower with it. With cardboard? I guess so, maybe.
No.
I'm gonna break into the bath.
No.
I don't take
No.
a bath if I need a shower. Oh, so yeah, he's clean already. He's good. It's good. It's fine. It's safe. He did it the right. He has a process. I trust the process. Learn to trust the process, Megan.
I can't trust anyone in this chat. Me. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style.
I'll take a shower and immediately bathe afterward, though. I'm not insane. Okay. It's like later in the day when you're looking for a little chill. Artemis, is she back? Is Artemis back? Bring her back. On your back. You read that? Yeah, you did.
Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was on the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man. I'm just an innocent traveling man. So if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
What does it all mean?
If I know you're from Texas, if my accent is offensive, I'm sorry. I know everything I know from the Night at the Museum trilogy and Owen Wilson's cowboy character. That's all I can say.
That's all. That's my best excuse. You think does Spock know memes? I feel like Data knows memes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Data.
Fucking sorry.
There's that whole episode where someone calls him Data.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "It's Data," and the girl is like, Data, what's the difference? And he goes, "Well, one is my name, the other is not." And everyone's like, "Emotionless android, whatever, okay."
That's an interesting take.
What does that mean?
4chan screenshots?
Oh no, I was talking.
Oh.
You're only part right on. Okay, it's
the best we got.
it doesn't come naturally to me.
It's all look when
it does not come naturally to me. It is yeah.
Data is the correct. Data isn't.
The southern accent does not come naturally to me. It is a practiced skill.
You're a PNW Valley girl.
It's true.
You don't
It's true.
You don't have exposure.
Yeah. Montreal.
Toronto.
Toronto.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? Oh, Midwest has the accent buff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers?
Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those?
He's not being very helpful. You could respec, you know, put some points into I don't know, different ones.
I'm banned from doing a Toronto man accent.
You are banned. I have banned you.
No, but my parents banned me.
Oh, they did too? Good.
They said no, Megan is not allowed to do the Toronto man's accent in this household anymore.
Good.
Shawty rolled up with a quick thing. I said, fam, say less.
Brampton Tings.
Brampton ting.
Respec is too, that's too bad. Too damn bad.
Too damn bad.
Is it Missouri where they say rum instead of room?
I don't know.
I think that's a Midwest thing.
Boy, fam, stay blessed. It's not that good with machines. Or following orders.
No? Okay. Is Nyx aware he's small? I hope so. I think Salem knows she's small.
Dirk does not know
No.
he's small. Absolutely not.
I made a baby.
Everyone's got their weaknesses. Now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
If they don't, then you just have to tell them.
It's true.
You know?
You are baby.
You are baby. You are cute, small, made a baby, and I love you.
This one seems like trouble.
That's what I thought too.
Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Have at him. Have at him, boys. What are your weaknesses? Poison.
Human touch.
Oh.
Also poison.
Also poison. Oh no, they don't.
I don't know anything about Homestuck.
I don't know anything.
This is like a point of pride for me, is that I spent 10 years
Yeah.
on Tumblr. I know fucking nothing about Homestuck. Literally nothing. And don't tell me anything.
I wish to keep it.
I wish, like, I know so many things about so many different things on Tumblr. And in that, like, 2012, 2013 Tumblr era, I know so many things that I wish I'd never learned.
Yeah.
Homestuck is
It's
not one of
them. I think I kind of started using Tumblr a little bit later than the average person. So I think I like missed the bulk of the bullshit.
I really did make it out alive.
Yeah.
Anytime I see one of those posts that has
Oh no, I'm sorry.
that tweet where it's like the nature of humanity means that every once in a while someone will reinvent Homestuck.
Oh yeah.
I never know what it means. I'm like, I don't know which part
Yeah.
of this reinvented Homestuck, and I want it to stay that
Yeah.
way. I know one character's name is Dave.
That's more than I know. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room?
I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings.
You interred them?
Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape.
Ah, he'd put them to rest.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, felt like I was erasing a part of my life.
This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't gonna do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room?
I literally didn't even know there was a Homestuck character named Dirk.
Now you know. He doesn't look like a Dirk Kinney.
I can't.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know what that means.
But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Ain't you heard a word I said, partner?
Try not to.
I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
No desperado I know joins the police force. That's true.
T.
How are you an outlaw? You are the law.
You are the law.
You are law enforcement. You are within the law.
Hi, the sheriff.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime,
Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
there was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
Cap. How does this guy avoid being fired? The judge is meant to be British. Room protected us too. Oh yeah? You used to be a detective, so you used that evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
And yet,
And yet!
you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism?
Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works.
That's quite, incredible.
The sensors on the lock handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are aware of their presence.
Unaware.
Are unaware of their presence.
I wouldn't have corrected it, but if it wasn't a
Yeah.
good detail.
I think that...
True.
I was gonna say that Nick probably doesn't know how to pay his taxes, but it all works out because Edgeworth is like, oh my god, you don't know how to pay your taxes.
I'm doing
And
them
it's
for you. Yeah.
Oh my god, got his little dumb glasses on,
Oh.
like, oh my god, I gotta make sure he doesn't get audited, and blah, blah, blah. And Phoenix is like, I don't know, man, it just works out every year.
I don't know. I love that.
That's my headcanon.
Yeah. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime.
Can you tell?
Larry pays everyone's taxes.
Well, yeah, he's dating all the the models.
He's dating all of
and
the
shit.
hot rich
Yeah.
girls.
He's an entrepreneur. He's got his little hot dog stand.
Yeah.
Tell us, what you were doing when the crime took place.
And we would take care of him. Oh yeah, Edward would do it for him. Because Edward and Nick are confused.
I feel like Edgeworth knows how to pay taxes.
Yeah.
But I feel like the money to pay taxes comes out of Larry's
Comes out of
pocket.
exactly.
And Phoenix every year is just like, taxes? I don't know, it all just works out somehow.
The numbers that get filed are Larry's numbers.
Yeah.
Larry, I want to call you wrong, but you're probably right that Larry would get into NFTs.
Yeah, that is unfortunate,
Yeah.
but I think it is true.
I think it is true.
The thing about Edgeworth is that Edgeworth is stupid.
Yeah.
But Edgeworth is common sense stupid
Yeah.
and not book stupid.
No,
so
yeah.
I feel like doing taxes is something that Edgeworth
He can-
would
yeah.
actually know how to do. Versus like having a real conversation with another
Yeah.
human being
No
out
shot.
of his wheelhouse.
No way. What were you doing in a place? What were you doing in a seedy place like that?
I was eating spaghetti.
Do that again, but with a southern accent. Try and make it a southern Italian. Challenge mission.
I was eating. Okay. I was eating spaghetti.
Pretty good. I'll
Thank
take
you,
it. I'll
thank
take
you.
it. That was good.
Thank you.
I just gonna love doing my taxes.
You're so valid for that.
can't
I
enjoy it.
love that for you.
Wrong. Larry's into OnlyFans and VTubers.
Larry
OnlyFans,
definitely
yes.
has OnlyFans for sure.
VTubers, I see a little less. I feel like he's a little too normie core for VTubers. I think Larry would get into NFTs, but stop immediately when someone explained why they suck. Yeah.
I feel like Larry would get into NFTs, have a really great time.
Get scammed.
Phoenix and Edgeworth would come in and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "What?" And they'd be like, "Stop that." He wouldn't even. It wouldn't even be explained. Phoenix and Edgeworth would come in and be like, "Stop," and he would be like,
"All right,
okay,
sure thing, dads." I want to take a stab at this Southern Italian thing.
Actually, I appropriated both of your cultures.
Yeah, great.
So
I gotta.
Yeah.
I was eating spaghetti. It was a little more subtle.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was more Italian than
I was
Southern.
eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sounds like really bad Mario. Is that racist?
I was eating spaghetti. I can do that. I'm allowed.
He absolutely does collect Funko Pops. Absolutely.
Yeah. I see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that samurai sword into the entire samurai steel samurai
Funko
Funko Pop collection.
Yeah.
I know this. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Not even Angel steak lunches can beat that parlor's. Oh God.
Try again.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
No, it's more Italian.
Do you want help?
No,
Okay.
I got this.
Okay, take it.
Is
He probably would butcher it.
Vongole seppia pasta?
Vongole seppia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even Angel steak lunches can beat that parlor's Vongole seppia pasta.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'm allowed to do a Southern accent. Was born in the South. It's fun, a little Danny lore for you. You know, he's the president shouldn't.
Sorry.
I always kind of go back and forth
Yeah.
because the noise is not particularly quiet. So we're gonna leave it.
Seppia pasta.
Do you mean to tell us you abandon your police duties to eat some noodles?
King.
I don't know.
You got mine.
My name is the same everywhere.
It's Mew and Truman were here when I was doing Maya. Maya would
Oh yeah. Maya always fucked with with everything.
My Maya was super loud.
But I think we have it kind of mostly fixed. Maybe.
Yeah, we fixed it just in time for her to fuck off.
Yeah,
with me.
seriously.
Yeah. Not all desperate. Okay, no, I gotta get back into it. All the Italian fucked me up.
Yeah, if you look for Zony 66, you'll get me.
Cracker Jack, Jedediah. Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
No, that's. I can't. You're not even being racist the right way.
Me?
No, him, Marshall.
Oh, okay. I was like, me?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
That's not even
Yeah.
That would be if you were gonna be doing cultural stereotyping. That would be like Mexicans if you were gonna go that route.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson.
It hasn't.
No.
Nothing up there.
Nuh-uh.
Orange cat energy.
That's strange. Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Cool. My most recent reblogging spree was thirsty, so you'll have to. It's usually funny. It's usually only funny stuff I'm reblogging, but I had a moment the other night.
You're so valid.
Yeah, I was super high. I saw a music video with my man, and I lost it.
I had a similar experience when I got high, and I reblogged the same Star Trek post 3 times in a row because I had a different emotional response every time I saw it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dave Marshall would use the term "triggered snowflakes" unironically.
That is true.
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
That is true. He was talking about Manifest Destiny.
Yeah, he did say those words.
Yeah.
I was a little like, ooh.
Manifest destiny. You can't fight it, neither can I.
This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want a raise this year?"
Does he?
I don't know. You're out of ammo. It's time I hit the trail. Really? What does this mean? Out of ammo, Officer Marshall?
That's right, partner.
Yes, it came through. Mercy buckets. Oh. We're good. Give it a second. We're back.
Oh.
It's a little finicky sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, he gulping. He glug. He getting
He
drunk.
glug.
He drunk on the
Yeah.
stand.
That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time.
Oh, no, you're good. No, nothing to be sorry about.
My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
He could also pin me to something.
Oh, buddy.
He's a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
He has really bad takes. And he kind of sucks at everything that he does, but he still compels me. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
I'm sorry, do you have a problem with pinning? Mew? Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool.
That's true.
Yeah. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. Okay. Supposed to make... What? Jobs keep on the... What does it all mean? They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. He didn't do it. Besides, the room's protected by 2 anyway. I was at this time. You were eating Paschetti. I did not know you like to eat worms.
I need to rewatch that movie.
It's
Have
so
you
good.
watched Our Flag Means Death?
I haven't yet.
You need to.
Yeah.
You need to so bad.
It's another look.
It's no. I literally don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. It is 1 season. The episodes are like 20 minutes long.
Still not gonna
There's 10 of
happen
them.
for another 2 years.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to
You're
hear it.
gonna have to sit me down then.
I will.
Okay.
It's so good. It's everything 2012 Megan wanted from any show.
I want to. I know I'll like it. It's just not part of the... You're gonna have to sit me down if you
It's
want to break
so
the process.
You're just torturing yourself by not watching it. Have you considered that?
I haven't. That's quite the thing to consider.
Yeah.
What are we going?
We have the handprint. That's our trump card.
Ah, true. They say my style, the room's protected. I remember a street side, but at the time it went down though.
Yeah.
Not necessarily generally.
Do we want to present the evidence to this one?
Oh, be like, yeah, you can't hit the trail yet.
Yeah.
Okay. The hand, yeah. I want a spontaneous combust. You could try. Have you tried?
Can we read this?
This? Oh, yeah, we can. Closed. Perpetrator Joe Darkey. Serial murder.
Joe Darkey.
Joe Darkey. Joe Darkey. Sentence death. Victims. Oh, lots. Jeb Bates. Jeb Bush. Please clap.
Jeb, please.
Neil Marshall. Interesting.
Marshall, eh?
Marshall, eh? Kirby.
Oh.
Baya. Kirby. Jones. Do we know any of the... I don't think we know any of those other last names. Miles. Lana. Emma. Ah.
Whoa.
Jeb and Melinda Bates.
It's a good joke.
It's a good joke. Executive investigators. Yes, I will. Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it is. We'll see you next time, I hope. Head investigator. Oh, yeah, Marshall Starr. That sounds like a potential conflict of interest.
Yeah, big time.
Okay, what are we thinking then? The hand?
Yeah.
By Texas Dweller. Imagine Texas Dwelling.
Texas.
Twexus means Twexus. Twexit means Twexit. Hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Officer Marshall, does this strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the night of the crime.
And yet you drag me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
Boo-boo exit. Okay.
Okay.
It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month.
I forget if I made the... I don't think I did make the McCree joke on here ever.
You did.
I did?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Because I went, I get that reference. And you went, how do you get it? And I went, you should make mercy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna meet anything at some point.
I played that the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, well, the computer can run it on better than, like,
What?
low graphics now, so...
I want to
nice.
be Tracer. I'm already Tracer.
I'm a Hanzo main.
I think I'm Widowmaker.
I'm a Hanzo main. A Hanzo main.
I love that.
Yeah. Did you line?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
I only wish it were, officer.
Only wish it were.
But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Blood.
Oh,
I thought
the
your Chanel boots, Mr. Marshall.
Yeah.
Witness, what is the meaning of this?
I can never get Roadhog. I'm so shit with the hook, so I get mad and I don't play him.
Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
Crime scene?
The crime scene? The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this.
I forgot it was luminol.
Yeah. Well, Officer Marshall?
Seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders, including me. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints?
That's an edge refine. Country Edgeworth.
I'm not gonna retake it.
Okay,
I think he was just mocking
good.
him.
Yeah. It has to.
It has to be.
It has to be. Unless he carries around a little whetstone with him everywhere he goes, which he probably
would.
does. Yeah. His sheath, I guess, probably has a little so it's a little sharpened every time it goes in.
I don't think he's smart enough for that.
True. Probably also.
He's
true.
probably got I think he likes the rituals.
Yeah, the rituals.
Yeah.
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime.
It was his fingerprints. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint.
It's a coincidence.
Coinky dink. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance.
A whetstone's not a machine. It's just a rock. A big, beautiful rock.
The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated.
False.
Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
A bike is a simple machine. It's gears and,
Maybe he's simple. The witness's explanation appears valid.
You're valid. Judge said I was valid.
Judge said I was valid.
Although there's room for doubt.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
This is a court of law. Well, never mind. This is a court where doubt is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
That's hiding
The
something.
bike is a simple machine, and Marshall is a simple man.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's true. Now's my chance to prove it. Yeah, the blood print and the finger were side by side, like it was part of the same hand.
Yeah.
Alright, we still gotta go through the lines. And that's because how you say, pay your respects once a month?
Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I see.
It's strange my prints weren't all over that locker.
But why was it also bloody? Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without even knowing it.
I don't know. I honestly have been thinking about it this whole time we've been playing this case. I have no idea if that's his hair or if it's like a
like a
thing
little
that he draped.
sun, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. I've never once brought it up because I haven't had an answer. I have no idea. It doesn't look like hair.
It looks like hair to me.
It is hair length.
Yeah.
But
I'd rather be surprised when he takes it off.
It's true.
So
It's
I
true.
don't want to.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I want the shock of when he'll take it off. And yeah.
Really? I just think it doesn't mesh well with the beard.
Yeah, Lori, that's what I'm saying. He just keeps his hair. He uses product.
I love that. I hope
He's bald.
I diagnose you with bald.
So then, what about the bloody handprint? It could be. I want to believe it's hair so I can be surprised when it's not.
Yeah. Wasn't mine. It's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened.
Murder touched the longer. Yeah. Oh, how convenient. How fucking convenient. Chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
On the contrary.
Ari?
On the cunt.
Oh, I thought you were going French there. On the contrary.
I don't know what I was going.
On the on serving cunt.
Serving cunt. I kind of love that word is coming back.
Cunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked with a bunch of Australians who said it
Oh yeah.
so loosey-goosey. And it always kind of compelled me,
Yeah.
but I was like, I can't
say that.
it.
Yeah, it's not my culture.
Yeah. I'm glad it's working its way back. Okay.
Yeah, try again.
Yeah. On the con. Softly whispers.
Yeah, softly whispers, Cracker Jack.
Big no can do, Laredo. On the contrary. Contrary, I just can't get that word, but
On
we're
the
gonna breeze.
contrary.
Contrary.
Yeah, that is a hard one.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
One could argue that just the opposite. Chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner.
He's just like, you think it's almost impossible? I think it's entirely almost impossible that that it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Did you think about that?
What about that? You ain't gonna get no reward from. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint.
Contrary. Contrary.
Contrary. Yeah. Getting it phonetically spelled out like that
Yeah,
really
it did help.
helped. Contrary. Thank you. You wanna know why?
Why?
I'll tell you why.
They're unrelated. Unrelated?
They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal.
The music cut off. What was that about?
No one knows what the fuck he's talking about. No one else reads it. He just said cereal and cereal.
Oh, true. True. That's true. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, that's funny then.
No, that's funny.
then.
One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder.
No, okay, he explained it.
He did.
Lame.
He's
My
right.
God, he's right.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this.
You're so smart.
That is a serial killer. They're murdering the grains.
My sister dressed up as a serial killer.
Yeah, I
It's
remember.
classic.
Or did you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know that? General kill. That's good.
Yeah.
Who's the old dude? Quaker. There's nothing there. Never mind. Continue. Sorry.
Quaker! That's nothing.
look, the bits that, you know, sometimes they're what it's.
I was trying to make a Honey Nut Cheerio joke, and I couldn't get it to work.
Creating the bits is a messy process.
It's
not always perfect and clean. We gotta
workshop them. I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, sorry.
It's okay. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
We did.
We did.
So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
He went, let's compare
What if
hand
we-
sizes.
We're holding hands, but like indirect handhold.
Love.
Concepts of handhold.
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
The picture?
This seal of blood. In the desert, that's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality. And that's this.
The security tape.
So long as my trail isn't there, you can't say otherwise.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Well, the tape didn't show us the murder or anything, so like, what do you mean by that? He could be, yeah. It's a bottomless flask.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just empty and, yeah, he's just doing a bit. He's got to keep up appearances.
That throat bit.
Yeah. Watch my...
You want to tie me to this crime. Isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Yeah,
Yeah!
you saw it. Places you can't see, you know, blind spots. The camera's panning back and forth, the floor isn't shown.
The flag.
If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
It's true.
Solid Snake, yeah. Snake could do it.
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
On the contrary, we have all the time.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Interesting. In the video, that would show Marshall's presence.
We have to watch the video to show the evidence.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, like, what... Like, what would we could possibly see?
What if the knife that he's using is the knife that he uses to shave?
No, the one he uses is a little more curved. See, I don't know if... Do we try it and just see? Okay. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Possible.
There's always a chance.
Now then, let's have another look at the video.
Show us this increment. Okay.
Yeah.
Guess I'll die. This one will hurt us. Okay. Was the white thing there before?
I don't know. It might not have been.
There you have it.
Oh! Yeah, bitch.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This one or when it's not there, because I think
No,
what we
when it is
have-
there.
When it is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that! Damn, we're good.
Yeah. Wait, was that his hair scarf behind the flag?
Could have been.
Second? Maybe. Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
Days are so not. I don't
think that's true.
Not true. Cracker Jack. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers.
Because the first thing I was looking for was, does the light on his locker come on at some point? So I was sort of,
Yeah.
First try, let's
First
go.
try.
I like that's a cute emote. Aw.
Aw. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
I'll say it in 1.
Bitch.
Very well.
Count them out.
You can clearly be seen in this video.
Get them.
Nice.
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
Oh yeah, District 1. Florida Congressional District number 1. Matt Gates's. You don't know who that is, I don't think, do you? No, he's a piece of work. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Yours!
Yours.
Oh yeah, Marshall Stansgates. That locker with the white cloth sticking out, that was the witnesses, I believe. Yeah, well see, he's got, I feel like Marshall has just the right kind of brain rot, that the Florida brain rot, where he would start LARPing as, you know, a Texan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit.
Fucking hate this clown.
Y'all have really strong feelings about the clown.
I hate this
I don't
clown.
like it, but it...
I hate it.
Oh, the white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
The crime took place. The white cloth wasn't there. Sure, Texas wanted to see it. Yeah, he's like, let's go. The white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Look at those boots, those heels.
He has a flat ass. I know he has no ass.
Hold your horses.
That's
Sorry,
me.
partner.
Shit, I'm sorry. It skipped the judge, so I got...
No, I gotcha. Craig. It's so
Every
hard to get
time,
back
yeah.
into it. Because once I'm in the swing of it, I can the rhythm
rhythm.
starts flowing.
Yeah.
But it's hard after a while to get back into it. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who's opened it.
Even Edward is like,
Nah. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Fingerprint idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
Mind palace.
Mind palace.
This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know.
King!
He is dumb.
King. He's a king for this one.
I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it. The locker.
The locker.
Yeah.
Have you seen the locker?
Oh, he's sweating.
He's sweating.
A fingerprint sensor.
We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
What kind of crazy talk is this?
Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious.
Oh, no, that's allowed. Dumb bitch is allowed.
Yeah.
I don't know why it auto-modded dumb bitch.
That's really funny.
Oh, for misogyny, that's funny.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less?
He's got that jerky.
You got that jerky.
I only got one word for you, partner. Oh! I love that his poncho floated
Yeah.
in the wind.
Order, witness, explain yourself.
Not allowed to car marshal. Automod said, be nice to Marshall. Legally required. I'm a registered misogynist.
If you're gonna call me a misogynist, make sure you put registered
Registered.
in front of it. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard.
I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
Crime.
Grr.
Olé!
Ole, please answer the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is he now, a bullfighter?
Yeah, he's always been.
Yeah. I had to go to school for 4 years. I have my PhD in misogyny.
Dude, just get a physics degree, man.
Yeah.
Same fucking thing.
That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. That's real. Yeah, it is real. Absolutely. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
Seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right.
That's right.
The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it. Come on then. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
He was the killer. Oh,
But
no. Yeah. He's either the...
this was where we... I'm confused though, because the video still didn't show the dude die.
Yeah. Wait, is Officer Meekins... Are we saying Officer Meekins is the killer here?
No, I think he got knocked out.
We're saying Officer Meekins is the victim?
No, I'm confused.
I want ramen. Thank you for asking.
I would kill for some ramen right now.
Do you want to get ramen tonight?
Bitch, yes. Oh. Oh. The way... The emotion I felt just now, I can't explain it. I've never felt this before.
Wow. Okay, we're saying Meekins is the killer. Okay, so
Okay.
Jake Marshall is the victim.
Oh.
He's dressed up as the guy.
Oh, okay. I'll do it. Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There? But that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Correct. Unless the man wasn't
Unless.
Detective Goodman. Unless
Unless.
I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. Objection.
I love his deep voice.
Yeah.
That's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the scene of the...
Dragon.
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. Maybe you're right about the knife. Fucked up if true.
Fucked up if true.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled the knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
Unless he had the button to just open the door. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it.
His face didn't match his ID card.
That too. You can see Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card, yeah.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. You have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
I love that he has a little fang.
Yeah.
That's really hot. You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. You're not a detective, idiot. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
Again?
Pick
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Get new material.
Literally.
Well, Mr. Wright,
It's called circumcision. With that knife, specifically.
do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt?
As if we needed to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt before.
That Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that.
Thank God.
Finally, yeah.
Oh, I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
Act. This can't be
I
happening.
love when he acts.
It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? He's the one.
Come on, Edgeworth. Looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
Didn't Mia say that to us at some point too?
I think so.
Oh,
Aww.
the basics. Mind Palace. For me, that would be what Mia. Yeah.
He's
helping.
helping.
Help. Oh, boobs. Sorry.
Oops. Oh.
Off guard.
Oh, I forgot this is me.
Yeah, this is you.
Phoenix, try thinking outside the box.
I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime.
Then, after the crime was committed,
He opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
To stuff something in there.
he gets stuffed.
The fact that I would like to peg Jake Marshall.
Oh.
Japeg.
Peg! Anyway, moving on. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out from the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
Good job, Detective Fuckface. You really pinned the
Connected
tail
the
and
dots
that's on that one. Shapig.
Peg.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have. Oh,
I don't have any evidence.
yeah. Okay, we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
I don't fucking know, dude.
No, I can
Oh,
get this.
I mean, he gets bloodied.
I was thinking that
Like-
too. It might be the coat.
Yeah. It has to be right. It's a white cloth, so the white coat would track. And it's after he, yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, yeah, because he wouldn't be able to just walk through the police place
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood. Yeah, so my guess
Yeah,
is
let's
blood.
do the blood.
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 Bloody.
There you
Yeah.
have it.
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet.
Yet.
However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. While you were having a piss, he walked in. First try!
First try!
When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked,
Oh.
and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with
Soiled.
soiled it.
Our brains
We're
are
good.
like...
We're on all cylinders.
Yeah. Our brains are huge today.
Ugh, five heads.
Fucking huge.
Fucking huge. We got 2 5 heads. That's a 10 head.
That's a 10 head,
10 head.
literally.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker.
He looks hot there. Anyway. Not bad, partner. You were confronted with the peak male form of Officer Meekins. So true. So true.
This is what peak physical performance looks like.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Jake.
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
He's like, why am I catching strays?
2 years ago, you were only half as persistent then as you are today.
Oh, we're bringing up the receipts.
We wouldn't all have to be here now. Now would we? What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck are you two talking about? It's the Eggman there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
All right. Seems the time has come.
I want a snack. I'm gonna get another little bit of pancake.
There were days when the sun was so cruel. All the tears turned to dust. I just knew my eyes would shine it up forever. I finished crying in the instant that you left.
I'm really hungry. I need something to hold me over.
Can't remember when or
I think-
where
yes.
or how.
A
Yeah,
good few times, I think.
yeah. It's right there. It's low-hanging
Mhm.
fruit. Confession. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and I dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
So the supposed victim was really you.
Yay. Not me, not Hermione, you. But there's one
Nice.
thing I still don't understand. What if I made Edgeworth a Valley Girl just out of
I
nowhere?
think that would be hilarious.
Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Alright, that's just Valley Girl Edgeworth, just for you.
I love her. I love her.
I love her. Officer Meekins planned to cut his own hand.
Planned? You're kind of making up some lines there.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand.
I think it fits too.
My guess is he's the donor.
It was way too much blood for such a small donation.
Love, love, love. The God.
Valleyworth. Oh.
I love Valleyworth.
Let's do this cross-examination. Let's do this.
Yeah,
last
we're gonna do a little, little Valley.
Little
time.
Valley lawyers.
Yeah.
We had okay.
I am gonna still do his Texas accent, and it's gonna be like a struggle to go from
gonna be
west
Valley
to south.
Oh yeah.
So
Southwest Outback Steakhouse.
No rules, just right.
No rules, just right. When you say it, you mean it.
Pretty little lawyers. Pretty little lawyers.
That's fucking good. I was trying to come up with something. I couldn't. Oh, you nailed it. In one.
Got it in one.
Hole in one.
Pretty little lawyers.
Top tier. Top. That. You know what? Here. For
Yeah.
that. Hold on. For that. Hold on. For that, you get a VIP.
Love.
That was good.
Do you even have to ask, partner?
The SL-9
And said I. 2 years have passed.
2 years.
Literally 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything. Oh, fuck.
I thought you were doing it. I thought you were doing good.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over.
But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking in the evidence room?
When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself, one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner, that case is mine.
But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why did he care so much about it?
That day was my last chance. That's why
I had to do it to him.
I had to do it to him. I had to do it to him.
I had to do it to him. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman?
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
Get you to jail.
So you did it to fool the security camera?
I mean,
I didn't even consider.
I hadn't even considered.
I hadn't even considered.
I hadn't even considered.
I hadn't even considered.
Okay.
You have to do a
We gotta
deep
do
valley
something,
girl.
On the detective's ID card.
I love that
Mm-mm.
card. I stole that the morning of the incident.
So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report.
I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor of the in the prosecutor's office parking lot.
The ID card I found was lost.
Lob.
Lost?
That's correct.
I feel like it's too. I feel like the one I'm doing is too like. It's not quite it. It's not what I want. It's not what I want.
Yeah.
Found the ID card.
You know what your calibrator word should be? Right.
Right. Okay. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall.
Oh my god, the vocal
The vocal
fry? Love it. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could, because a rubber glove Hold on. A rubber glove.
A rubber glove.
But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman. Fry is hard. I can't.
Fry is hard.
That means Detective Goodman. You like really? I feel like I have to do it quiet. I feel like it's hard to be loud and Fry.
It is.
That means Detective Goodman must have opened the. It's not.
The Fry has to come from your natural register. I don't
Yeah.
think you can do high and Fry.
I don't think. Yeah,
You have to
I
be
think,
like.
I think
it
you're
has
right.
to be your. Yeah.
That means
yeah,
Detective
yeah,
Goodman
yeah.
must have opened. But then, like, yeah, okay.
Do whatever feels natural,
Yeah.
girl.
That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall.
I love bimbo lawyers.
Oh.
Whatever's happening right now.
You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off?
Let's just say I was a little surprised.
Because it's a hard
Yeah.
jutsu to do. I feel like what I don't like about the voice I'm doing is that it feels too much like man doing Valley Girl voice.
That's
it's not
fine.
like yeah, but I don't like it.
Okay.
Did you take that? Yeah, you took
Yeah.
that.
I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone was actually gonna come in during that short time.
Fuck. Okay, right, yeah. Officer Meakin
Sorry, I loved it.
certainly is a 1 in a million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year.
When did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Anyway. Fuck. Fuck!
I don't...
Hey, Cracker Jack. Anyway, he threw himself at me. And I
Oh.
ended...
Oh!
He threw himself at me. I ended up cutting him slightly.
Wouldn't take no for an answer.
I'd like to see them. I'd like to witness it.
Unlikely lovers. Love comes from the most unlikely of places.
I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything.
By the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one?
I don't know what to say. Hold on.
Oh shit, Marshall.
Yeah. What the
it
fuck? I
compels
shoot Marshall
me.
and Meekins now? So you knocked Officer...
Meekshul.
You knocked Officer Meekins out and...
Marshkins!
Marshkins!
Marshkins! I ship Marshkins.
So you did your research beforehand.
Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner.
Marshkins.
Marshkins. I love Marshkins. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased.
Is that what you call a rare pair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
every 6 hours. If it had all gone as planned, no footage would have been left. Actually, let me see if there's any Marshkins fanfic,
We
and
have to
that's how
know.
we'll
Yeah,
know.
okay. Hold, everyone hold.
Everyone pause,
Everyone
everyone hold. We're doing a little fanfic dive. Hi guys, welcome to the show. This is our little fanfic dive interlude. Go Jake Marshall. Search.
I would also be shocked, but I want to believe.
Okay, Jake Marshall is only in 63 fanfictions on Archive of Our Own.
Okay. That's, boy. Marshall fans are
10 of
eating
them
bad.
Are, it's true. 10 of them are Miles/Phoenix. Duh.
Uh-huh. And just Jake Marshall's in there somewhere?
Yeah, Jake
Okay.
Marshall's just in there somewhere. 6 of them are Mia, Faye/Lana Sky. Love that pair.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, only tagged in 63 at least.
That's
He
true.
could be making his way under
Yeah.
the radar.
I literally don't think that they're even in the same fic. At least tagged in the same fic.
Yeah. Pretty sure he is in more, just not big enough role to be tagged. That's
Yeah.
sad.
You
are man right. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Rare pair.
Babe, wake up, new rare pair just dropped.
Love it. Love it. Gosh, I love my little smiley face.
Yeah. See, I feel like the smiley face is like almost passive aggressive. Be like, yep, you have 100 tabs open.
I know. I thought that at first too, but I'm always
You gonna close any?
no.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Rare pair.
Too damn bad.
Too damn bad. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
Fuck.
Crackerjack. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up.
Yeah, exactly. The mother, it's like, oh god, you have 100 tabs.
She's my friend. I opened my locker and stashed it in there.
What was Officer Meekins doing during that time?
What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
So what you're saying is, on that day...
There wasn't... Oh, okay, over there.
yeah. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place.
What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me. And I'm not dead yet, partner. So, you stole the evidence from the locker? Fuck!
Okay, that's not your calibration word.
I feel bad for the children upstairs. Actually, no, I didn't. Why not?
Oh, right?
Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where's that evidence, hmm?
It's still missing, Your Honor.
The child upstairs wakes me up at like 8 a.m. They can hear a couple
They can hear a
bucks.
curse.
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence.
Right.
Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
No. Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Why did you do this?
That's really good. Oh.
It's a little, yeah, it's a little misreadable.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I
a
get
little
it.
bit mistakable.
I get it.
Stealing a detective's ID. Injuring a police officer. This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Based.
Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
Defunging.
Yeah.
Though Innes has an unusual amount of zeal. Well, let's hear more. Oh,
Oh,
there's more?
there's more. Because your dad was killed.
Ah. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence stored in the evidence room.
The evidence wrong. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe.
Oh, that would bridge a little bit. I love it.
I remember the Joe
Dark
Dark case. It involves serial murderers, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
Why do we keep having to relitigate cases?
Literally.
What happened?
Oh my god, what happened?
Spill the tea.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files.
We should.
His dad.
Yeah. His someone.
Someone.
Neil. His gay lover. His husband.
His husband.
Before he met Meekins.
Yeah. Before he met that little twink.
Yeah.
Okay, is it gonna ask us what page? Yeah, should we try presenting this?
Yeah.
And then be like, who's this Marshall?
Yeah. To the last
To the last one.
Yeah.
You know why? I think I do.
I think I do, actually.
Present.
He's like 33.
Marshall? Yeah, something like that.
Oh, and Meekins is 22.
Oh. Well, they're consenting.
I'm okay. Yeah, they're consenting adults.
It's not like there's a power dynamic or anything.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Meekins is a cop. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. He's a patrolman. Meekins is an officer. I think they're.
I think it's fine.
I think it's
it
fine.
equalizes.
Yeah. It's not like he's his direct supervisor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL-9 incident.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
I have the SL-9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned here. Is there a specific category of twink that Meekins would fall into? Otter. I think.
I mean, okay. Twink and bimbo are synonyms. Except bimbo is...
Interesting take.
Yeah, no, this is like the definition of twink.
Oh.
Is that a twink is what... A twink is what a blonde bimbo cheerleader is to women.
Oh, okay.
Twink is to men.
Sure, okay.
It is like a gay...
A tactical twink.
Tactical twink. Love. But that is the twink has been misused many a time. But
yeah.
Its base definition boils down to like a bimbo cheerleader, but for men.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Now it's like just the scrawny, skinny, like
that's true.
Like effeminate sort of twinkticle.
Twinkticle assault.
Yes.
You dumb twink.
I'm a bear.
I'm a bear.
You
wish you were a bear.
And a list of murder victims.
Nintendo does put out a lot of twinks.
They do.
We are oversaturated in the twink market.
The twink market. There's
I don't know, because Link really does give off like I don't know. I think that the like flamboyancy of it that is natural to a twink. Link has the feminine energy, but I think it is more on the trans femme side rather than the like.
I was kind of thinking that too. It's not like it's not. Yeah. It's more like it's more in a gender way than it's. Than
in like a sexuality expression.
Yeah.
But all of those lines are blurred.
Because he was really excited when he got to wear the Gerudo stuff in thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. He.
Breath of the Wild is like.
I'm a firm believer that Link is a he/him lesbian.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
He loves women in a sapphic way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man?
Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you heard that name 2 years ago. Hey, yo, your dead brother's kind of cute, though. he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
What? A prosecutor? He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
And now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL-9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you? Oh.
This is his hair! It is his hair!
I was right.
The second Nem said it was his hair, I was like, it's his hair.
Nem's the ultimate
yeah.
authority.
I was like, if Nem says it's his hair,
Yeah.
he's just a L'Oreal king.
Yeah. Wrong. Really?
Sorry, Marshall, your brother is like way hotter than you.
I like his hair. I'd run my fingers through it.
Yeah, no, it looks really soft.
Yeah.
We have to stop doing the Valley Girl accent because I am genuinely doing it now.
Okay.
It is like really soft. He was my brother. He was investigating the murders with David Gant, the deputy chief of police.
Neil Marshall died of having a dumpish brother.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is a
That's true.
fatal disease.
Yeah.
The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer.
Oh, what?
Joe Dark.
It's so interesting to me who thinks which brother is harder.
Harder.
Oh no. I mean, the
older brother looks nicer.
Neil is cuter.
Yeah.
But
Jake
Jake would
hotter.
like rearrange you.
Yeah, Jake would wreck your shit.
Yeah.
But that's never the type of guy that I
Max.
go for.
Max hard.
Constantly hard.
Constantly just bricked up 24/7. Neil probably has an Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That isn't a program he saw on the telly.
On the telly, my brother fought Dark and was killed.
He looks younger.
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records.
What? Are we done with the
We can be whenever you feel like it, because I can do the Valley Girl accent literally forever.
True.
But
I feel like
you need to commit, because the more I do it ironically, the more it is gonna unironically slip into my vocabulary, and the rest of the stream is gonna be me talking a little bit like this. Like, I don't mean to, but
it's gonna happen.
It's kind of like my natural state.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark.
But Neil did exactly. I think Neil wouldn't let it control him. Yum yum yum.
Yum, 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 yum. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions?
Oh. Well, when you put it like that. Bruh.
Jake was supposed to destroy the Texans, not join them.
You are my brother, Jake.
Love you.
Yeah.
There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. And now I know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
Crime? That was the last day the SL-9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yeah, this mystery. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the
Police department. Classic.
No murder took place at the police department that day.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Valley Girl Link. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Yes.
Yes.
Triple S ranked. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that.
Sex level 9. Yeah.
There's only
man.
one level above that.
And after that,
After that, once you max out the sex level,
you become a shell of a man. It's only.
you're all sex all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about Meekins too much. Oh.
So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime.
Yeah, still not looking good for
Still
the case.
not looking good for us. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Objection, which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. I love secret police.
This is, yeah.
Yeah. I love secret police.
You like it when you hit sex level 10 and they take you apart and disassemble you?
I love the term secret police. I think it's really sexy.
Yeah.
The bad police,
The
and
bad
then the
guy.
even badder secret
The worst police. ACAB and then ACABer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sex level midnight.
Yeah! Actually, when you said sex level 9 the first time, the first thing I thought of was threat level midnight. It's from The Office.
Ah, okay.
Threat level what? Midnight! Threat level who? Michael Scarn!
Nice. I don't know Office anything. I'm not an Office bitch.
My sister is watching The Office right now.
Oh, yeah?
So The Office
Wow.
is on at my house a
Somewhere-
lot right now.
Somewhere right now, The Office is playing.
That's true.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Did you take your line?
I did.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. Seems to me, this bore's
more.
fuck. Cracker Jack, seems to me, this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
Close. Arrgh.
Aww, Phoenix. Ah. I rest my case. I love the heels on his Marshall's boots.
I know. Objection. That's right.
That
This
should have
case
been
ain't
the
over.
word.
Yeah. Objection. That's my one word.
Yeah.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubting.
Well done, Mr. Wright.
New Boot Goofin. He is New
He
Boot
is
Goofin.
New Boot
Oh my
Goofin.
god.
Oh my god.
I forgot about New Boot Goofin. I love that.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I don't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder that disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
Look.
I have to go to my mind palace.
There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake, but I didn't realize.
You didn't, did you?
That would end up proving Alana guilty. And now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Hold it.
Ema!
Yep.
Yeah. Wait. No. Wait. I'm gonna try and do an Australian accent.
Oh? Oh, okay.
Ema! Clear! Your Honor! Wait!
Emma!
Your Honor! The defense has an objection! A scientific objection!
That's too good.
Right?
What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Oh, innocence.
Please, Your Honor! All I'm asking for... Ema, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time.
That took on a British turn.
I know.
Yeah.
I have to really get into my Wiggles sauna.
Ah. Are the Wiggles Australian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
G'day, mate. Please hit me up. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Ema, Cleo, the condensation.
Fuck this tight bud.
Fuck this. Oh, yeah, it's good as. Fuck this right type bird last night.
Simple as.
Simple as. Please. Please. Oh, yeah, please. Hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I also didn't know they were Australian.
Yeah, they are.
It's crazy.
I don't want to leave any loose ends.
I thought you were going to say, I don't want to.
I don't want to. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. What a bitch. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Are you going to commit?
If we're committing, then we're committing.
If you're going to commit.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out...
Oi.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was
pull the ripcord.
It was good for a
gotta
little
go,
bit.
yeah.
I got a couple lines in. I mean...
I mean,
I mean-
residual Australian. Love, justice, love.
Simple as. Ate Marshall, ate my wife. Simple as. Okay, shit, now I don't know what my Emma voice is.
Nasally.
Yeah. I mean, finding out that SL-9...
That's online.
You know what? It's just gonna be a
write it,
little
yeah.
Australian. Finding...
She's Australian, but she moved when she was like 12 or something. Yeah.
I mean, finding... It's going through
Just go
Valley
with it.
Girl now. Mr. Wright, I mean, finding out the SL-9 incident referred to Joe Dark... I'm in too deep. I don't know. Look what I've wrought. I did this to myself.
It was supposed to be a joke.
It was supposed to be a joke. It was supposed to be a bit. Go to the next slide. I can't do it.
Now that she mentions it,
Oh no!
you know, we're pulling the
We're pulling
ripcord.
the ripcord.
Now that she mentions it, Kangaroo Valley Girl.
Kangaroo Valley Girl.
The names of both Sky Sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime.
Had nothing to do with the crime.
I got the giggles now.
The wiggle giggle.
I posted a picture on Instagram that was like, comment with your favorite wiggles down below.
Mhm.
And the responses and the comments that I got from all of these people that I haven't talked to in like a million years was the best thing
Yeah.
ever. I already brought that up on
Yeah.
the stream. It was so good though. That only left one thing, the other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective... What?
I felt like I could feel you like trying.
I'm trying really hard.
Sorry, you're doing amazing, Sweaty.
Fuck! Fuck! You mean the traces... You mean the... You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
Right?
Righto. Simple as.
Simple as. No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and I looked at it again.
So did you find something?
No.
Huh?
Sorry. I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all? Gnarly.
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
I'm just a little boy. I'm just a little guy.
You would hit a little
With
guy on his
glasses.
birthday.
I'm just an attorney.
And it's just a theory.
A
A game theory. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, Scoop.
Oh boy, Scoob.
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark.
I am.
I am. Looking at the floor plan.
Yeah. You're in your own head now.
I really am. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. Mind palace.
I think that every day of my
Yeah.
life.
What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Why is it there? Could there be something I'm missing?
No problem!
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
Could be.
Maybe. The only thing that seems to be clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You can tell.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yars.
Yars, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans.
I need to do a character that talks in cursive.
Oh
soon.
my god, yeah. Something is missing. It is?
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yeah. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood
The
mark.
fucking clown!
The clown.
The clown!
Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time.
That's a good pull.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use.
The clown.
The question is which item can prove something is missing in the floor plan.
The clown finally fucking coming in.
Yeah. Oh,
Why
he's
is he back?
What about that piece of plywood?
We're flashing back to like 10 minutes ago. The Blue Badger! Mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Explain
Credit where it's
yourself,
due.
Mr. Wright.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm so much better at this game when I don't take my meds. That's fucking crazy.
Look, the you got ADHDs, 80 of them.
80 of them.
That's a lot of HDs to like be processing shit with.
I think
It's
that
the brain, dude, processing in different ways.
I
right?
think it.
Yeah.
I literally think it is.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger's not there.
So
watch what happens when we put him in. See?
see,
This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime.
ADHD
He's
nuts. True.
Can ADHD dick fit in your mouth? Can't even focus on like the reading part is definitely.
It's nice to do the voices.
Yeah.
I would not be able to play this.
Oh, a lot. Just quiet
just-
now.
Well.
That one fucking word. And
Well.
Filibuster? Well, what?
Yes!
That's right. That's alright.
That's
As
alright.
long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. Oh, that was cool.
What?
So that means, just exactly what does it mean?
What's that?
Yeah.
My wife. That's right.
That's alright.
It
means-
five.
It means it can't be done. What are you saying?
Literally, this.
What are you saying? New York, New York, a city of 8 million people. But where do they go at night? Where do they go to unwind?
Blood traces were undeniably found in that locker.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me!
I can...
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically.
Emma!
Ema! On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would have been impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the badger was brought in?
Just 1 moment. I will not allow such far-fetched blabberdash in my courtroom.
The Laberdash?
I guess so.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
it may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilt not once, but twice.
Grumble the goo, grumble the goo, grumble the goo.
Probably.
How?
One time was captured on this here tape taken by the security camera.
Nice.
Thanks. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell.
Blood.
The problem is, the other time,
Did I just say a trivial amount was blood?
I don't know. I think
I
you
don't
were
know.
said normal thing.
I'm losing my mind.
Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this. There was a struggle,
A violent struggle.
shown on
Someone
this tape.
bled.
It had to have been. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
Refuse all you like. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur?
I don't know. To summarize, the defense claims that
Prior to Officer Meagan being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room. That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well. Then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Gaspo?
Now then, will the defense please present this evidence? Which shows when the first crime took place. The first one being in the locker room.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I don't think it's that.
This is AI 16.
I know, that has confused me. I'm sure it'll come up later.
Is there anything on here? Just the AI.
Just the tag, I think.
Yeah. Guest list. Yeah, 420. What? Who's 420? Who is blazing it? Was someone
Yeah.
hotboxing the locker room? It doesn't prove anything. It just shows that something happened at 420.
Yeah.
It was the Blue Badger. He did it.
I know it. I know it.
Muffler was overheard. Died within an hour and a half of 4. See, that was from minute 1 interesting wording.
Yeah, I agree.
The blue blazer. Blue blaze in it. Guest list of 420.
Here's what happened though.
Yeah. Oh,
That's not evidence though.
no. But between 4 and 5:30, so maybe this would be a second present. Maybe we
Yeah.
start with the guest list.
Yeah.
And then when they're like source, then
Yeah.
we can be like, well, this could be.
I do think that he was murdered in the evidence room,
Yeah.
stashed in Edgeworth's car at the police department.
Discovered in the.
Edgeworth drives to the prosecutor's office. Lana Skye discovers the body in his trunk. I don't know.
Yeah, she was. Was she? I forget. Was she seen? Because she was. There's this.
Yeah.
Where she has the coat, which is interesting.
Oh my God, she does.
Yeah. How'd she get?
No, she
If it's
can't.
from
She
him-
can't. She can't have had the coat because this was happening at the same time as Officer Meekins. And it happened.
Oh
to be a
yes,
different
yes,
coat.
yes, yes. You're right. You're right. It's not the same coat. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. You see my badge?
This is my badge.
Huh. It's her blood on her own coat. Okay.
Right, 'cause she cut her hand as well.
Right. Sure. No. I mean, yeah, my guess would be the guest
Yeah,
list.
mine
Okay.
as well.
If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
Nice.
An ID card? Oh, the ID card record.
Edgeworth did it. Not again, bitch.
Not again. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m.
Ah!
Monster kill Miles Edgeworth. Just what have you done?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope. I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the
Numinol.
numinol. Clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again.
420 murder time.
420 blazes. 420 murder time. Yeah.
Bet you that's Gant.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has to be.
That's too special a number to not be like a big wig.
A bigwig. I agree.
There's only one other card number remaining. Oh, straight sevens.
Straight sevs, baby.
That's a big slots win.
Yeah.
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 Talk about a lucky number.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with Sol 7s.
Salt Evans.
Sol 7s.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP.
I feel bad for Edgeworth.
Find out whose ID number is 77777777777.
That's 17 too many, Your Honor.
Sol 7s.
Sol 7. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son.
That would be a good name.
The ID number 7777777
I didn't read it. Yeah.
belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. Seems a little corrupt.
But that's ridiculous. Just how
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright.
down, Mr. Wright. Down.
There is one situation in which we can be granted such an authority.
If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge.
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Oh yeah, Marshall is all deep state.
Yeah, slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Although he's not wrong. Well, I guess no, it's cops that be covering for each other, not the well, even lawyers. I don't know.
I don't know. Yes? No. Not to you. To her. The defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana?
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 7777777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask.
That's the thing. I'm like, I feel like there is a lot of corruption in this particular prosecutor's office.
Yeah.
They do be doing anything for a dub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I want to know is one thing. About that incident.
The SL-9 incident?
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? They definitely didn't. Didn't we already know that?
I don't know.
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. We have M. Shadows, lead singer of American heavy metal band Avenged Sevenfold, had his own police department security code. Boo!
Boo!
Bad. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
But Lana!
Even if it involved forging evidence.
Not good. See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No!
Order, 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 order.
Yeah, it's fine. She's hot. She
Yeah,
can
she can get away. Lana's remarks caused such a stir, the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial,
Wow.
yeah, would have to wait until the following day. Wow.
Woo.
Wow.
Wow.
God dang.
God dang.
Oh, okay. First off, we have this, which
That's
is very good.
Incredible.
How are we looking over here? Okay, that's fine. Very good.
Oh, like workbench. I love that.
We have very good.
On all realms except for reality, I was there.
Yeah, yeah. Breaking it the fuck down. Beautiful.
Okay, I want everyone to know I was about to watch. Also, welcome to my Tumblr.
Oh yeah, you've been outed.
I was about to watch a Star Trek movie, like one of these movies. I was high as fuck, and I opened my Tumblr, and this is the first post I see. Don't die on me, man. I'm getting you to 5. Wait, no, go up. It's a diner, hot dog place. All right. In what world does Five Guys sell hot dogs?
Don't they?
No,
Oh.
they're a burger place.
I mean, but
Five
they,
Guys
you
burgers
know,
and fries.
well, yeah, but you can have hot dogs and still be a burger place.
But they call it a hot dog place.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Do they serve vegetarian? Yes. All right. Don't die on me, man. I'm getting you to Five Guys. Five Guys, Spock. I remember. We have reservations. We do not. I'll make them. Do not make a reservation with Five Guys for 12 years in the future. Be okay then. I will.
They do. They have hot dogs. Yeah, get shit on.
But it's not a hot dog place.
It's not a hot dog place.
I'm not gonna lie, Spock. They only have one veggie option, and I don't even know if it's good. Oh. Yeah, we'll go somewhere better. I feel as though we have now attributed such a significance to the concept of Five Guys that we must go anyway. No, stop it. I'm getting you your goddamn mushroom sandwich. Just hold on. Kirk, if you do this, you'll never sit in the captain's chair again. I'm picking up my husband, and we are going to Five Guys. We're going to Five Guys, baby. Guys, don't worry about it. Your name is Jim. Yes. And there are 5 other men. I do not recall their names. They are important somehow. It's a hot dog place. Where everything's the same, but they want to go to Five Guys. OP, do you think Five Guys is a hot dog place? Oh, and that's a text I sent Claire.
I did see this. Yeah. Fully blasted, about to watch her sock.
Search for sock.
And this post pops up while I'm finishing exit music for a film. I'm a different person than whom you once knew.
It literally, I thought I was dying. Like, I was scrolling through this post, I genuinely thought I was dying. But, like, it does compel me. There were 5 other men. I do not recall their names. They were important somehow.
It's a hot dog
It's
place.
a hot dog place. That's from the movie that I watched, and then I had to go watch that movie, and I couldn't think about anything in the, like, emotional scene of this movie without
Other
being
than
like,
that.
they are important somehow.
Do you like jazz?
Do you like jazz? I'm here.
She's here. She's come to make her appearance. You like Jav? You know what Jav is?
No.
Oh.
Uvu Javer?
No.
Oh.
Japanese adult video. Japanese porn. Now you know. The more you know. Isn't that right?
It's a hot dog place.